And Gemini, welcome to your reading. We're going to see what messages come out for you. If you are new to SGL Spiritual Guiding Light, welcome. As you can see, this is a new channel, so make sure that you subscribe so that you can be a part of the success and growth of the channel. Thank you. For those of you who've already subscribed, welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding that you seek or need. All inquiries, email spiritualguidinglight@gmail.com. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, not a personal. You may not resonate with every channel message. Some messages may be triggering, and that's not the intention. This is a safe space. All right, for those of you who have already subscribed, welcome back. May you find the clarity, confirmation, and understanding that you seek or need. I feel like I said that already. You may find yourself repeating yourself over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, Gemini. But anywho, let's go ahead and see what messages come out for you. So far, just looking from the outside looking in, I'm seeing that you've overcome a bardo. A bardo is a type of musician who makes wishes come true. Whatever your heart desires is, but there's a price to pay. It's like selling your soul. You get what you want. You overcame that. We have Genesis, the mother in reverse. Um, yeah, there's a Gemini. You almost sold your soul. And this is supposed to be an inner child healing message. Someone almost sold their soul for a baby, but you didn't. You have a gift. You're able to see through people, but you keep it secretly. Now, let's get to this inner child healing message, Gemini. As a child, you may have seen like things as a child, meaning because I said you're very spiritual, you may seen things as a child, like you know how children have an imaginary friend. You had an imaginary friend, and you may wonder, like, where they are. It's because where you were living, that's where they can't leave. So if you were ever wondering, I wonder what happened with my imaginary friend, it was actually a spirit. Thank you for the like. Oh, that spirit was actually good to you, but you didn't know that was. It's like, you know how people can change. They say people can't change people, but once a person, and it could be a family friend, whatever. But once a person meets a specific person, that person helps them change themselves. They're like a mentor. This spirit was an evil spirit, and it's something about you where this spirit not only did it protect you, but it was good to you. It was a protector of you. You're being advised to ask God, the Most High, whatever you call as your main source of your belief system, to release that spirit. That spirit is trying to find you, to protect you. Additional, in the Bible it says, "In the beginning, God created heaven and earth." With this Genesis and unseen, as a child, you may have felt neglected. and that neglect may have made you feel like you didn't want to be here, like you're a person who may have had suicidal thoughts as a child and didn't know that that's what that was. It changed you very, like, all, like, it was like, I don't really know, I just know that there is a Gemini as a child. Now that you're an adult, you know that you were having, so now you're aware that you had suicidal thoughts as a child, but it didn't work. Okay. You may have felt unwanted. Well, that's how it seemed. There is a Gemini here where you want to get hypnotized, or you want to pay someone that knows how to go back in time in some type of way, because you're wanting some type of memory. It's like you're trying to remember something, and you know something happened, but you want to be hypnotized to find out. You want to know. It's like there's bits and pieces of a memory, and you want to be reminded about the whole thing connected to these bits and pieces of memory. What is the healing overall message here? We have the comic. Give me two more. The warrior in reverse and the one. As a side note, whatever you choose to do, Gemini, it will be successful. There is no wrong route, but I did say that someone almost sold their soul. You are the one. You're taking life serious now. As a kid, you weren't taught about life. You weren't taught about, like, family. You weren't taught about, like, basically you had no upbringing. It's just kind of like a wild child who had no direction. There was, like, you may have felt like abandoned. The bottom of the deck is the stone in reverse. So this is saying that you have the power to change your story, instead of being, I'm not seeing you being stuck in the past. I do see someone wanting, you thought it was an imaginary friend and it was actually a spirit. And you turn this, you're the only person who, wherever you lived, this spirit would torture the, like, try to kick the people out of the house, and the spirit always won. But there's something about you that changed this spirit. This spirit does not have any peace, and you're being asked God to release this spirit, so that they can no longer torture people. So it's kind of like wherever you used to live, the place is haunted. They say it's haunted, but the overall message that's connected to that spirit's gonna come be a protector of you. It's like that's what they ask God, like, God, I'm supposed to be evil and bad. I'm supposed to, you know, possess people into doing wrong. And this spirit is ask God, like, can you please allow me to protect Gemini? Um, an angel that has restored wings. Beautiful. Others of you, your family was into black magic, some type of occult of dark black magic. And I don't want to, like, generalize it. It is a child here that was raised in an occult like family, and the practices that were done, you know, you're wanting to make sense on why is it you were not able to be a kid. Why is it that you are required to partake in these practices? Because I'm telling you, someone wants to be hypnotized, or someone wants to go see some type of specialist that knows how to help people restore their memory. Give me a angel guide message for that spread. There was a lot of messages coming out of that spread. You may have multiple personalities. Embrace that. Take a step back. Let's see what it says. Gemini. All right, Gemini, it says take a step back. It says your angels are guiding you to take a step back and reflect before proceeding further. There is an excitable and action-oriented energy around you at this time, but you are being encouraged to review the situation before making any moves. Remember that you are a sensitive being and should the correct steps and intentions not be lined up, you could be open yourself to a harsh energies or situation that could be limiting your growth. Remember, we were talking about a spirit and someone's imaginary friend. Remember, we also discussed that whatever choice that you decide to make, you will be successful. But don't forget that there was a point where you almost sold your soul. And that could be connected to that occult, someone that was raised in an occult, and you were not able to be a kid. You were I don't want to say brainwashed, because I don't want to say brainwash. I feel like that's disrespectful, but I feel like that's how whoever this group of people are is disrespectful to not listen. So yes, you were brainwashed. Take a step back. You're zoomed into the bits and pieces of memory. Take a step back, and things will be revealed to you. For those of you who don't have the resources to see a professional that can assist you with that, with regaining memory of the past, give me some I am messages for my Gemini. I am messages for Gemini. Once I finish doing certain tasks today, Gemini, for if there's any other zodiac signs that are here, either you're dealing with Gemini or you have Gemini in your chart, or you may find yourself dealing with a Gemini who has, they have inner child healing issues. This is what's going on with them, and it's kind of like, don't badger this person. Like, I know what's going on with you. Don't do that. But definitely ask your person or a person of concern, is there anything that I can do to assist you with, you know, what do you mean? No, not about me. Just that lately I've been seeing you've been contemplating and you've been distant. If there's anything that I can do to help you remember, because it's like you're zoned out. So obviously it's nostalgia. It's kind of like give a gentle approach. Give me some I am messages. Because you were a part of some occult, and now that you're older, you realize that you were a part of an occult. It could be very hard for a certain Gemini. You're a Gemini, but you don't have heavy Gemini in your chart, because Gemini is a people person. Okay. Um, if you are ready to get to know people, take your time. Okay. Because you may gravitate to anybody. And the majority of what you gravitate to are evil people but they are wearing a false mask. But by the time you realize that they're wearing a false mask, you may feel it's like it's too late. That's the illusion. But it's like, as an adult now, Gemini, you don't have to go down that path. You don't have to have those experiences anymore. Okay. I am messages for my Gemini, please. I am messages for Gemini. It's hot outside already, huh? Oh, you went outside already? Oh, it looked hot. Because when I let Luck in, it wasn't like a heat wave. I think it's gonna be like a 103 or something. Yeah. I am messages for Gemini. We have freedom through faith. Yeah, it's giving me whoever was raised in like an occult, and it could be a church, someone who practiced the religion in the home, some type of religion. I don't know what this is. It's like you were like confined from the world. You were not of the world, okay? And now that you're an adult, it's kind of like I'm free, but I'm not free. It's like you look for approval. You know what I mean? It's like, can I buy me some roses? Can I go to the store? Can I make a friend? Can I go to a concert? Can I listen to the radio? It's like someone is an adult, and it's like you, and it kind of makes me want to cry a little bit. It really does. It's emotional. And freedom of faith in reverse, and goodness in reverse. Just because you're not behind on times, believe me, there's no rush in catching up. Okay, it's like someone is being hard on themselves because of how they were structured in their upbringing. And it's hard if you're having a difficult time, like, you give yourself credit that you're able to navigate electronics and technology. You may not be good with reading. It's something about literacy, but you're able to use electronics. So give yourself credit. Some people don't even know how to do that. Like, we are evolving here. And it's happening really fast. Believe me, I'm going to eventually be technology savvy. That's my goal. In the past, I used to say I'm not tech savvy. You know what I mean? And it used to not feel good because I felt like, because when I was upbringing, like, there was a lot of adults who didn't know how to read. All right, and so it was this. There was like this agenda that was being pushed where those people already were being felt like they were being left behind, you know. And so now that I'm older, technology is the thing. You have to so you're going to have to be attached to technology in some type of way. I don't care if you go to the doctor, they making it to where, no, we're not just going to just give you the document. You need to create an account online, all this stuff. And so, Gemini, this session is your inner child healing message session. This session is not a session where we're talking about hot mess and BS and what's going on behind the scenes. No, this is not what this is. This is a session in pertaining to messages that are coming out and pertaining to things that you need confirmation about. You're not going to resonate with every channel message. Okay? I just want you to I want to remind my Geminis. I want you to pay attention. I thank you for showing up. And I hope you're happy that I showed up. I wanted to show up. Okay. I would have slept my day away today, but I am no longer going to cheat myself, right? I'm not going to cheat myself out of a blessing, because one of these messages is going to help somebody. It's gonna, especially whoever you are, who you're trying to connect the bits and pieces of memory or whatever, and you're being asked not to leave that alone. Goodness and freedom through faith, because that's definitely you're already in nostalgia already. You're already entrapped with trying to connect the pieces of the puzzle of the past, And if you continue to do that, it's like you're gonna be stuck there. It's that, oh, I can't believe it, but in a negative aspect, like, oh my word type energy. Yeah. Okay. And I'm seeing it. It's like a child, being put to sleep, and you didn't know you were being put to sleep. Like you were given medicine to put you to sleep, but you don't know what was going on while you were asleep. You're being asked to leave that alone. Clarify freedom through faith, please. With goodness. Oh, excuse me. My allergies is acting up. We have self-love and joy. Yeah. The memories that you are trying to activate or trying to remember, it is definitely going to scar you. It's going to make you hate the world. And whoever people who were involved, I don't know what happened. I don't know if you could taken advantage of. Well, shit. Excuse my language. I don't know. But all I know is it's an occult. Okay? It's an occult. Being brainwashed. You are free. You have freedom. Let's speak freedom in your life, and we will definitely speak this peace. It says, I release my wounds. Create doubt. I said that loud. I apologize, Gemini. I said wounds. Oh my goodness gracious. Anywho, it says, I release my wounds, create doubt, resentment, and guilt, so I work to free myself of darkness. I cast off negative thoughts, find peace in my heart, and discover the being of light within me. And pertaining to peace, it says, I am unwavering in the face of fear. Let me say that again. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I'm determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. You know what? I think I want to get some water. I don't want to drive all the way across town. I think we can go to a store that's closer, the closest store, because I want to try to save as much gas for your appointment in the morning. Okay. And then we can get the dial soap there too. Okay. All right. Remember, I was telling you about a choice, Gemini? Whatever choice that you make, you will be successful. But the fact that you experience you almost selling your soul, whatever that's connected to, okay? And if you want to share, put in the comments so that you can be a spiritual guiding light for someone else, okay, in the community here on SGL. Now you know. Okay, but there is a Gemini here. You have to make the choice to not be oblivious when you see an evil person. Don't just think because someone giving you something or did something, a kind gesture, that they are a good person. You now know. Okay. So don't be so quick to commit. All right. Give me some angel answers for my Gemini. Gemini, set your intention if you have a question, and we'll go ahead and I'm going to shuffle a couple times here. All right. My Gemini. Oh, Gemini, there are some sessions that were released on the podcast as well. I just released them before I started your live. Okay. Huh? It looked like your hair, like that. With it looked like it's your hair. It says not the right time. It's not the right time. We'll clarify that. What else? Huh? What do you mean? No. I'm not talking to you right now. We have a peaceful resolution here. A peaceful resolution here. And we have trust. Okay? So you have not the right time, and you have peaceful resolution. And trust. Don't force anything. Trust that everything is going to turn out for the greater good. At the end of the day, if you decide to have reconciliation, a conversation that's way overdue, there will be a peaceful resolution. The bottom of the deck, choose a new direction. Whatever direction that is, remember you will be successful. Okay? That means there will be peace there, but you have to trust the process. Don't force it. Oh yeah, SGL said if it's gonna be no. Don't force anything. Now is not the time to force anything. Okay, but definitely take action. Okay, so it's kind of like prepare yourself so when anything comes up, you're prepared. You're ready. You're ready to go. And this is for some of you, it is a move. Others of you, this and this is supposed to be inner child healing, as the fact that now that you're an adult, you're not having to look for approval. Okay, now is not the time to. It's like simply, let's say we're at a store and there's this item, and I'm like, I like that, right? And then I said to myself that I like it, but I need approval. So I asked you, Gemini, what do you think about this shirt? Do you think I should get this shirt? And if you tell me no, I'm not going to get it. But in reality, I like the shirt. So it's like now is not the time to look for approval from other people. Now that you're an adult, my Gemini. Okay. What other messages do you have for Gemini? Talk is cheap. I don't know who that's for. But I feel like Gemini, you want whoever was around you during your upbringing. All they do is talk, and they're the last person you want to hear something like you don't. They're the last opinionated person that you want to hear from, and it's kind of like yeah. Talk is cheap type energy. Now is not the time to tell people about your past, Gemini, because they are not going to understand. We have twin flame, barrier, and cherish here. For those of you as a kid, your love, your sweetheart crush, the person that you put a heart in a tree, you guys have a landmark somewhere where both you guys, I love this person and there's this heart. There is a sacred space of a person when you were a kid, and you're hoping to find that person or find someone who has the same attributes, same characteristics. Like you're longing for this childhood sweetheart. Okay. And the situation here is this barrier. It's like it's saying, the challenges, it's like you've let a lot of good people go that wanted to be a part of your life, Gemini, because of the barrier, the wall that was up. It's like, no, you're not like my childhood sweetheart. Nope, I'm not letting you in. Nope, I don't want to associate myself with you. And if you were to associate yourself with those certain types of people who did not add up to your childhood sweetheart, Gemini, it's like you used them for what it is that you needed for your benefit, and once you got it, you discarded them. And that was just from the disappointment that they didn't add up to your childhood sweetheart, if that makes sense. Others of you, there's a twin flame, and you guys have similar upbringings, similar challenges through your upbringings, and that's the barrier in the connection. That's where the discord is. Cherish this person, then trying to make them wrong, even when you're right. It goes back and forth. It's a teeter-totter effect. 1 minute you're right, they're wrong, and 1 minute they're right and you're wrong. Cherish, bring the spirit of cherish in the connection. Cherish them more and allow things to change. Now is not the time for you guys to be discussing a childhood wounds. These past days, I'm telling you, the past week, I have been stumbling over my words. I no longer want to stumble over my words. Words of advice for my Gemini. Why is you in here, Lucky? Who told you to come in here? Huh? Not me. I you know I didn't. Yeah, yeah. Go on, bye. Get mom over there. All right. Words of advice for Gemini. He ain't even chewing his bone. He's supposed to be clean. He was chewing it at first. Oh, he was? You have discipline and forgiveness in reverse. Friendship. I just said it. And trust. You can't compare people to your childhood sweetheart, hon. No, because you're missing out on good connections. Okay. Um your words of advice is to trust and to understand that a friend in your life is for a reason. Okay, with friendships, you forgiveness. You're not being forced to forgive people, places, or things, or the past. And then you have discipline here. This is definitely confirming that you need to be free. You're not confined to anything, and you do not have to look for anyone's approval. Gemini. All right. Anything else for my Gemini? Let's go ahead and get overall direction. Get off the bed. You about to go outside, Lucky. Yeah, you are. And I know you ain't talking back to your mama. What's wrong with you? D was just talking back to you. He is something else. You better not. You gonna get it. And it's hot outside. Don't even worry. I'm about to clean out that big old dog cage. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to put him in the cage. It's been 2 years. You going to go in that bad boy. I was going to put that little doggy dinner thing. What doggy thing? Oh, that was his. He don't understand to get in there. He's too big for it. Yeah, but the little puppy will fit in there. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Knight of Pentacles. Overall direction, Gemini. It says the upright position of this card, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Just to let you know, the Knight of Pentacles is a little immature. Okay. But you can train the Knight of Pentacles. It takes time, but eventually, you know what I mean? The Knight upgrades. And anywho, listen, it says the upright position of this card is an indication of a need to be trustworthy and reliable. The daily grind of responsibilities might be the most exciting, but if you put your head down and put in the work, you will reap great rewards. So you're being asked to be a student at this time than the teacher, Gemini. Period. I love you. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle. Until we meet again.